Now we're going to look into the text options that are available through Adobe Spark Post. My picture is still selected. Just a little aside for this. Since my picture is selected, I have the image or picture menu here in the toolbar. If I click on off or completely off of it, I get back to my layout features. I want to work with my text option, so I'm going to click on the text that is on my post already. And now you're going to see that I have different options available in my toolbar here on the right hand side. You'll have an option of doing a primary and a secondary type of text or font options. We're going to look at primary first, and then we'll look at adding a secondary. So under the primary, I've got a whole bunch of different font choices that I can choose from. You can pick whichever one you think works best for you. You can also choose your justification on whether you want it to align left, center, right, or they have a capitalize and fit, which means that no matter what font you choose, it will automatically capitalize all your text and it will make it fit in whatever size text box you allow. Over here on the right, since I have capitalize and fit set up, you can see that if I increase my text box size, it is automatically filling the entire thing by changing the font size and everything. If I choose for center align, you see my text has changed. It's not capitalized anymore, and there is a little bit of spacing available. And as I increase, sometimes my font does not always fit. We have a size slide here, as well as a letter spacing and line spacing. So you can imagine as you increase on the slide, the size of the text gets bigger, the spacing gets bigger, and so on. And then opacity is at the bottom, and that is how solid the text is, or whether you can kind of see through it. Okay, as you slide this, you'll notice on my text, it fades out a little bit or comes back to full. If I would want to create a secondary text, I just click on the plus button. The first thing it's going to ask me to do is choose a font. So if I pick a different font, you see it is listed there. And then my opacity could be changed as well, depending on what I have done. You'll also see that since I had secondary selected and a word was selected, if I go and click on any word now, as my secondary font is selected, it's going to change that word to that font type. If I don't like that font, I can get rid of it, and then it'll all come back to the way I had it before. As I move down my options here, I'm in the type options. My next option is color. Obviously, it's going to choose colors based on whatever color scheme I had already selected, but it does let you come here and change your color to whatever you would want to, or you can choose from a number of colors that are already listed here that it thinks will work well with the color scheme that you have done. Your shape option here, this is what will let you put a shape in the background of your text that is already available. So right now you see I have no backing shape, but if I click this circle here on my image, I now have a black circle that's in the background to make my text pop a little bit. I can always come back, but there are a number of different options you can choose. They've got banners, they have a little bit of everything. You have some effects as well. The effects will change the way your text is appearing. For instance, they've got a shadow and outline effect. You can see how it changes itself. I can go back to none, and at times some of these may change depending on the font type that you choose originally. And then your last option here is style. And if you're just not sure what you want it to look like, what you can do is you can take this wheel and you can spin this wheel, and as you watch my text, it will change to all kinds of different options of things that it thinks may look good. Okay. Those are all the different style types of options for your text for anything else. If you are looking to edit what's in the text, I can double click on it. It will pop open. I can highlight everything, and I can type in whatever I want the text to be. It will fill the way it is. I can also choose the edit button instead of double clicking. It will do the same option. If I want to add or get rid of it, I have the delete option here. And if I want to add text in another area, so I could click on this, that will duplicate it. I could then drag that box. Whoops. I could drag that box wherever I need it. Maybe I can drag that box. There we go. And come in here and change this to whatever I need. And now I could change my style, maybe make it a little bigger, and all of a sudden I have added another text box into my video or into my post.